It should be no surprise, but historic Charleston is very expensive to live in and visit. Homes down here average in the millions and multi-millions, and hotels and inns around the area are hundreds of dollars per night. So sometimes it's just nice to give the credit card a little break, maybe leave that wallet at home, and just go out and do some things for free, which is why I've compiled this list of my top free things to do in historic Charleston. Welcome back to Living in Historic Charleston. If you're new here, I am your host, your guide, and local real estate agent, Bill Olson. And if you're not new here, welcome back. It's good to see you again. So in this video, like I said, we're gonna go over my top free things to do in historic Charleston. And we're starting right here where I am, and this is White Point Gardens and the Battery. Now, they are doing some construction there along Murray Boulevard, but it should be noted that Murray Boulevard and parts of South Battery right here do have free 2-hour parking as well. So this is a great home base to start at if you're just gonna walk around and check some of these things out. Now, White Point Gardens here, it is on the very tip of the Charleston Peninsula in the South of Broad neighborhood. Now, there's a gazebo, there's some monuments, and there's also some replicas of cannons and mortars from the Civil War era. And if you come here at night, it's also said that the spirits of some pirates roam the park because they were executed here back in the 1700s. So it's just a great area. It's usually really quiet, but there is a lot of construction going on. Like I said, there are antebellum style homes that line South Battery, and you can look out over the water onto the harbor and the Ashley River. Such a great space to just come, and it doesn't cost anything. And that brings me to one of my favorite things to do ever, which I did a lot of when I first moved here because I didn't have a job when I first moved here. I came downtown and I just wandered around aimlessly. You find an alley like this one, Price's Alley, walk down it and just see what is there. There is so much to discover off the beaten path in historic Charleston that this is one of the best ways to do it. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the video, I said I was super excited to tell you about something. Well, it goes along with this. You see, the Historic Charleston Foundation has an app that you can download on your phone that no matter where you are, there's a point of interest near you that you can learn about. They've got guided tours on there. There are 30 audio stops and over 300 text stops. So when you bring it up, let it have your location and it'll show you everything that is around you that is worthy to see and to learn about. So now if you don't want to wander aimlessly, you want to actually see what's near you, just pull up the app and you can see that. I think it is the coolest thing ever. I just discovered it. Let me know down in the comments if you already knew about this and I'm just late to the game, but I highly suggest you download this app so you can see exactly what is near you. Right up the street from White Point Gardens on East Bay, we have Rainbow Row. No trip to Charleston would be complete without a trip here, which is arguably one of the most iconic sites in all of Charleston. These 13 brightly colored row homes are perfect for anyone who wants to take a picture for Instagram, like a lot of these people are doing over here, but it is still a site that needs to be seen. They are absolutely gorgeous homes right here on East Bay, just a walk up from White Point Gardens, and a good stopping point on our way to our next park. So just around the corner from Rainbow Row, we're here at the Joe Riley Waterfront Park, another free park right on the harbor, famous by this pineapple fountain here. And as you can see, there are kids in it. You are allowed to get in this fountain. There's actually another splash fountain over there that's really cool that the kids absolutely love that one a lot more. And a pier that goes out into the water, and you can go and watch the boats and the cargo ships and everything go through the harbor. This is one of the most popular spots in all of Charleston because of the amazing views. You can even look out and see Fort Sumter. So next on the list is something that I'm actually not going to go do right now because it looks like it's gonna rain and it's really windy, but back here is the Ravenel Bridge. That is the big bridge that you see that connects Charleston to Mount Pleasant. It is a 2.5-mile walk. The views from up there are exquisite. You can see on a clear day for miles. And if you're a runner, so again, it's 2.5 miles each way. And then every spring there's the Cooper River Bridge Run that starts in Mount Pleasant, and it's a 10K that ends in downtown over that bridge. And let me tell you, it is not easy. It's the only race I've ever done. So that is another cool free thing. Like, everyone loves to just walk up to the top of the bridge, check out those views. It's not an easy walk. It's pretty steep, but it's free. And that brings us over here. This is the Charleston City Market. Now, there's a lot of shopping in there, so while that's not free, there is a lot of good people watching, and it's one of those, like, it's covered. There's part of it is inside, so if it's hot or rainy, this is always a good thing to just kind of go, walk around, and see what people have for sale. I'm not gonna lie to you though, most of the stuff in there is a bunch of overpriced junk and trinkets, but it's because of the history, it's a cool place to just go and walk through and just kind of check things out and get out of the sun if you need to. And it's also a great place. There's some little restaurants, coffee shops inside, and then all around it, if you need to stop, grab something to drink, grab a bottle of water, this is a great place to do that. So just down from the market, we have King Street, where this is the premier shopping district in Charleston, and kind of north of Market, you're gonna see a lot of your big box, not big box, but like luxury stores, like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, stuff like that, the Apple store. And then in south, you're gonna see a lot more of the local stuff. Now, again, lots of shopping, but you don't have to buy anything. And if you come down on the second Sunday, they have second Sundays on King, they actually close off King Street and to vehicle traffic, and a lot of people bring tables and stuff out. There's live music on the street, so that's always a great free activity to get outside and explore Charleston without any of the cars going by or the chance of being hit by one. So while you're walking down King Street, when you get to the Charleston Public Library, directly across the street, you're gonna see these gates here. They're closed right now. This is the Unitarian Church, and if you walk down here, there's a cemetery. Now, for all you literature buffs out there, so you know Edgar Allan Poe was at one point stationed at Fort Moultrie, which is on what is now Sullivan's Island, and the legend has it that while he was here, he fell in love with a younger woman whose name was Anna Ravenel, yes, of those Ravenels, and her father did not like it, and he had a lot of power, and that's why Edgar Allan Poe wasn't here for that long. But the rumor is that when she passed away, she was buried in one of 5 unmarked graves that are in this cemetery right here. And the sole purpose was that if Edgar Allan Poe ever came back to mourn her death, he would not know which grave she was in. I think it's a really cool story. And then to take that even further, there are people that claim that his last poem he ever wrote, Annabel Lee, was actually written about Anna Ravenel. Now, we can get to this from the other side on Archdale if this is closed, so I'm gonna go around the block, see if that is open. Let's go. The gate was also locked on Archdale, so I was not able to get in today, but I do have some pictures. But it's still such an incredible, incredible story, and a cool piece of literary history that has to do with Charleston here that isn't like so ancient. So our next stop brings us a little outside of the hustle and bustle of the historic area, which is why I included it on this list. So if you're looking to get away, we are in Hampton Park. Now, this 60-acre park is located right between the neighborhoods of Hampton Park Terrace and Wagoner Terrace. Now, there's a pond, there's a lot of fields to just hang out in. Mary Murray Boulevard circles the park. It is a mile long, so it is very popular with runners, bikers, walkers, joggers to just come here and do a couple loops to get some exercise. There's baseball fields, there is a playground for the kids, and back in the 30s, there's actually a zoo here, but it closed in the 70s, so you're not gonna find any animals other than a bunch of ducks and geese around the pond. But if you're looking to get away and have a little peace and quiet, this is the park to come to. And a fun fact about Hampton Park here is that on May 1st in 1865, it is said that the first ever Memorial Day was celebrated here. Next on our list, we are at the College of Charleston, which is one of the oldest and most beautiful campuses in the United States. Now, it was founded in 1770, which makes it the oldest college in South Carolina and one of the oldest in the United States. Now, we're here, this is the Cistern Yard. This is the oldest place on campus, and this is a must-see if you're coming to visit the campus. Now, It's also been featured in movies such as The Notebook. So there's a lot of history and pop culture that has happened here at the College of Charleston. While you're here on the College of Charleston's campus, there are actually 2 free museums. The first one right behind me is my son's favorite. This is the Mace Brown Museum of Natural History. They have over 3,000 fossils and dinosaur bones and a T-Rex head, and it's a really cool place. It's not that big, but it's free. So if you're looking for something to just get into the air conditioning for maybe like 30 minutes to look around and see like the prehistoric history of the Carolinas, like this right here is your top spot. And the other free museum, which unfortunately at the time of filming is temporarily closed while I believe they're doing a new exhibit coming in, is the Halsey Institute for Contemporary Art. So if you're into like modern contemporary art, it's right on campus. Both of these museums are right on Calhoun Street, so they're maybe a block and a half away from each other. So these are great places. Just get out of the heat, go look at some art, go look at some dinosaurs. We've got you covered. So we've made it to our final stop, which is really good because it's getting a little hot outside, and that is here in Marion Square. Now Marion Square is like the center of the Charleston Peninsula. It's a little park right at the corner of King and Calhoun. Now it may not appear as much near traffic and whatnot, but if you're here on a Saturday, this is where they hold the Charleston Farmers Market. So come here between, I think it's 8 and 2, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this place is just bustling with vendors and farmers, and it's just a cool place to come and hang out and just people watch. So let me know, what did I miss? I know there's other free things to do around town. Put them down in the comments and I will add them to a follow-up video later if we get enough. And also, if you're looking to make a move to Charleston in the next 3 days to 3 years, please go ahead and reach out. You can email me at info@livinginchs.com, or there's a link below to jump right onto my calendar, and we can come up with either a short-term or a long-term plan to get you to call Charleston home. So go ahead, do that. Click that subscribe button so you know when I'm putting out great new videos. And also check out this video right here because I can't wait to see you on the next one.